We had an item sale today that'll leave you scratching your head for two reasons. The first is that somebody bought it, and the second is that I even bothered wasting my time listing it. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave this evening, and we have had some interesting sales to say the least today. We've had some items sell from garage sales that we went to early on last summer, and a bunch of them sold today, so I'm pretty happy to see them finally go out. I love to see new items just listed go out, but they're not nearly as exciting to me as items that have been in the store for almost a year. Those are the kind of items I really like to sell because it means I'm creating space and we're not backlogging the back end of that store and keeping things kind of fresh in there. So I like that. And one of them is a kind of an odd little sale. And when I saw it sell, I was even wondering why in the world I listed it to begin with. And I wonder even how long it's been in the store. I can't even remember listing it. That's how long this thing's been in the store, and I don't know why I listed it. But we'll let you take a look at that in just a minute. But before we start, I just want to say thank you again to all the support that this channel has gotten, and my family. Everybody's been so kind, and we really do appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take a look at what's sold. All right, speaking of support, we're going to start off with 4 different Eneman sales and see if we can knock a few out right here at the beginning. And one is going out to Shelly, and she is the mom of a nurse and giving it to her daughter, who is a nurse. David, Andy, and Nathan. Thank you so much. Your Eneman is on its way, and don't forget to leave us a picture on Instagram, hashtag Eneman or hashtag Commonwealth Picker, or both. Thanks so much. All right, adding to our total of viewer sales for today, and this doesn't just apply to Eneman, it applies to anything that a viewer buys. If you haven't seen the video of us in the shed, I think it's phase 2 or something like that of the eBay shed, we're gonna give a little bit of an extra gift to Travis and Lisa, above and beyond what they charged me for the services they're providing out there in the shed. I thought it would be a kind thing to do because they've been working really hard in there. They have 6 kids trying to make ends meet for their kids, and they've been coming out here with their extra time and working at night sometimes. There's been twice that I have gone to school in the morning and they are still out there in that shed doing some work. So they haven't been out there in a while, but they're about ready to come back and put the finishing touches on a few things before we get in there. So the total, the idea here is $1 for every viewer sale for the month of February, and then the total at the end of the month, I'm just going to give them a check or give them cash, and hopefully they can go out and spend some time and some money on themselves. Nice date, get a babysitter, go to dinner, go see a movie, whatever it is they'd like to do. But we'd like to do that for them, and thank you so much for helping us do that. Next item is a refrigerator water filter, and I got these at a sale that happens up near Smith Mountain Lake every year. I think it happens in early June is I think what it happens, maybe late May, but I'm pretty sure it's early June, and maybe some of you resellers from around here go up there. Matter of fact, I know I saw some of you last year, and the prices are a little high on some things, but there is so much, there's mountains of stuff that you can come out of there even if you're paying up a little bit and still make a bunch of money. These happen to be pretty cheap. I was buying each one for $1, and I bought a bunch of different types. These sold for $32.82, and I'm not sure, they'll be over 16 ounces together. I think they won't be 2 pounds though. I think we'll just put them in a couple of small boxes and ship them out priority mail is my guess. The other option is to put them in a padded flat rate, and they'd probably survive because these things are pretty hardcore, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to end up putting them in a box. All right, this one is going out to Chris in Kentucky, who's a new eBay reseller looking for a little Eneman luck, and he says, please give a shout out to my wife, Jessica. Thanks so much, Jessica. And thank you so much, Chris. Hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And you better not give her this for Valentine's Day. That would probably not be appropriate. All right, I think I remember where I got this item. And whenever I see the old 7-inch, the 8mm reels, this is Eastman Kodak, I pick them up. People use them to decorate movie rooms and things like that. They'll put them on the wall, and they'll have like a theater room in their house. Some people actually use it, but a lot of times that's what they end up being used for. They'll be painted black or something, and they're used for that kind of thing. This one sold for $12.41. I think I remember the garage sale I was at. I think it's entitled This dude grabbed my camera at a yard sale or something like that. It has Play It Again Rick. If you've been around the show for a long time, Play It Again Rick, seems like we're always running into each other out there on the garage sale trail. And he shocked me one day, came up and said, "Are you filming this thing?" It scared me. He's a big guy. He's got tattoos all over the place. And you know, I'm not a really big guy. I don't know if you can tell it on here, but I'm not a big guy. So when a big guy with tattoos and a bald head and sunglasses comes up and grabs my camera, I got a little bit, I had to, you know, I lost my breath there for a second, and I looked up and saw it was Rick, and he's a great guy, but I think I bought this at that garage sale. I could be wrong, but I think that's where I got it. So go check that one out and tell me if I'm wrong. This one's going out to Donald, and he says he sees these things being sold every day. It's about time he gets one for his eBay room. Thank you, Donald. Appreciate it. All right, this is a bunch of vintage 80s movies, some horror movies, and some other that are not horror, but most of them are. Even Godzilla, I think's in here, and some classic horror movies. And yes, I know I'm not supposed to have this. Don't tell the post office. And it's a pretty good lot. And matter of fact, this one I think I had priced at $25. I've already made really, really good profit off that deal. And it's from that garage sale that was buy any or put anything in a bag for $5, something like that. And that's from the sale that we call the Hot Mom, I Love Hot Moms sale. And we've been keeping track of that, and I'll let you take a look at that in a minute. And this went out, I sold it cheap. I sold it for $15 because I had a viewer ask me if I would reduce the price on it. And it's a longtime friend of the show, and I don't think he wants his name mentioned. He usually doesn't, but you know who you are, and we do appreciate it. And I'm glad to give you that discount like that because you have always been here and always been supporting us. Thanks so much. All right, this is the I Love Hot Moms sale. I don't know. That's just the shirt he was wearing, so that's what I called it. And we have made a bunch of money. It's a $5 purchase for a bunch of vintage VHS. Now, don't go out buying vintage VHS. You got to buy the right ones. I've looked for VHS in 50 different garage sales, and I've probably only bought 8 or 9 different VHS cassettes. So I don't spend a ton of time doing it. However, this guy I had bought from before and made a killing on a bunch of VHS that he sold us really, really cheap. And when I saw he had another garage sale and he still had VHS out there, I went and looked through them again and pulled some I thought would be good, bundled it together, gave him $5, came home and went through all of them, pulled out the good ones, lotted the rest. Not that these aren't good, but they're not worth selling for $1, $2, $3, maybe even $4 profit a piece. I just put them all together. And at this point, we're going to make about $12 on that lot. But they're out of here, and we made something on it. And we only paid $5 for the whole thing. So we're up to 140 total, and we still have quite a few singles over there. My guess is we're going to profit about $200 to $220 on that $5 VHS buy. All right, this one's going out to a viewer. It's going out to Laura, and she writes, "Hi, Kevin. I had to get one of these to hopefully bring me luck in taking my eBay store to the next level. Been selling for 20 years, but empty nested now that my kids are gone, and I need to get back into eBay." So let me ask you a question out there, Laura. Did you take the kids' room and turn it into an eBay room? Or did you leave it up for them to come back? I'm counting the days till I get to access my 17-year-old's room in there. I'm like, hey, I could put a shelf in there. Blue Ridge Mama would never let me do that anyways. I'm just teasing. This guy's got a crooked head here. Any rate, she says, keeps herself out of trouble. "I watch your videos every time you post, and I thank Part-Time Pickers for guiding me to you, and I thank Matt as well." Matt's been a very, very good friend to the show. Thank you all for all the great content and information. Regards from Austin, Texas. And I will say this, if y'all haven't seen Matt, Part-Time Picker's video from last week, where he got his shed and they dropped it, you got to go look at that. Matt's just priceless. He's kind of just watching what's going on and just thinking, you know, and he says on the video, this isn't exactly how I saw it done on Commonwealth Picker, and of course Lonnie's as well. So at any rate, I thought that was funny. So Matt, if you're listening out there, I got a kick out of that video, and thank you so much for supporting us. We appreciate it. All right, we sold another one of these. You know, whenever I go up there to grab my stack, there initially was like 60 of them. We're down to probably closer to 35 or 40 at this point. We've sold one of these almost every single day since I listed them 2 weeks ago, maybe more. And they're not huge profits, but this is $10 plus shipping. It's going to go media mail. It's a nice little, we're well into the profit. So that's a nice little $8 profit. It's a little bit more, maybe a a quarter more or 50 cents more than that. But don't overlook things like this. This thing can make you a lot of money if there's multiples. I know it's a pain in the butt to have so many one-off items, you know, they're not all identical, each one's separate. But if you make like $7 a piece and there's 60 of them, think about the money in that. I don't know if you hear the cat out there, but that's Boots trying to get in here. She wants to crawl around and everything, and I've had to put my foot down and keep her out of here because she's been driving me crazy. So many of y'all out there love Boots, so I think what I'm going to do, I haven't done a poll in a while, I'm going to put it on the community tab, and I'm going to say, hey, hashtag Team Boots, Team Pepper, or Team Sophie. And I want to get a gauge of which one the audience is liking the most. I can tell you the order that I'd put him in for darn sure, and Boots would be at the bottom. All right, I took an offer on these Speed magazines, and this came from a garage sale that was like, I came out smelling like a rose at this garage sale. It was really, really a fun one. There was a lady there that just had me rolling. At any rate, we got a great deal on some vintage hot rod magazines and sold those to RK Treasure Center. That was a great sale. I'm glad you guys got them. And this one is going to go out, and I don't think this is a viewer. I have a hard time remembering. It might very well be a viewer, and I think I gave them a deal on this, but I'm not positive. At any rate, it sold for $20, and we'll get these suckers going out. They're not in great shape, but man, what a nice old magazine this is. It's kind of cool to look through these things sometimes, and I'm not really a car guy. Oh, look at this. But you can look at the styles. If you ever do sell old clothing, sometimes it's a good thing to look at these magazines and see the type of style. And see, this is 1955, and you can kind of see what the styles are, and you can put dates on the clothing you sell based on what you're seeing in these old magazines. It's kind of a good way to do it. All right, looks like we're gonna call it a day right there, and I think there's one more Eneman that just sold and then one other item that just sold, but we're gonna push that back till tomorrow or even maybe the day after, because I need to take a day off, to be honest with you. So thanks so much for joining us. I think we have one sale out of the Homeschool Hustler store, and you can take a look at the end of the video, and there's always something else to add on. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Just remembered that I totally forgot to show you that crazy item that sold $6.81. And I wonder if any of you recognize what that is. It is the bottom of a Connect 4 game. You know, where you slide it out and all the checkers fall down. My kids had one of these. They still do. They love playing it. But it broke. One of the pieces broke. And before I got rid of it and threw it away, I took the checkers out, and I think I sold them. I might still have some in the store. And which you don't make much money on them. And I'm like, you know what? I wonder if there's somebody out there that needs that thing. And sure enough, somebody did. One little trick to selling game board pieces or game pieces is to figure out the model year. Like this was 1998. And if there's multiple years that use the same piece, if you can put those in the listing, you're likely to sell them a little bit quicker. It is a little bit of research, and we're talking about making $3, so maybe that's not worth your time. All right, the Homeschool Hustlers had a sale out of their store. Actually, I think they had two, but we're going to ship one out today and one out tomorrow, I think is what we're going to do. Turner, what is that thing?
A Cabbage Patch Kid.
Oh, very good. That's a Cabbage Patch Kid, a little PVC figure. And there were a few in a little tin that me and Mama dug out on a video that's over on Commonwealth Flipper. We were digging through. I think it was the free bin, although I might have paid for those. I can't remember. At any rate, we are going to add that to the Happy Little Accident total, and that is just enough to get... Look at you. Are you tired, buddy?
No.
Oh, you tired?
Sometimes I just yawn.
Sometimes you just yawn. I like that shirt. Karate.
Karate.
I like
like
that.
Carrot.
Yeah. All right, this only sold, I think, was $6.51. I have to check my list, but maybe we'll call it a $3 profit. It might be a tick underneath that. So we're going to add it to a total. Can you tell them thanks?
Thanks. Bye.
All right, here is the total, $156 at the Mount Plushmore sale, and it's entitled like the 1980s garage sale or something plush garage sale. It's in the garage sale playlist. Total of $1,295 so far.